Aldridge and Lopez are down low. Filling out the wings, it's Matthews and Batum. And it's Lillard in the point guard position.
And there's the first bucket of the game.
Yeah, that's a nice tone setter out of the gate. Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
And Lillard gets double teamed. Batum wide open. He fired. A three-pointer off the mark. Lowry. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
And Lillard kicks to Lopez. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Beautiful dish down low.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Drills the three-pointer.
3 straight makes to start this game. Looking good.
Lillard from outside. Good. Lillard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back and forth sequence right there.
And Portland has possession. And Matthews gets it to go. Lowry against Lillard. And it's Lowry penetrating. And the call will be against Robin Lopez. Gasol kicks to LeBron. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. James has got his first points in this one.
Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
Matthews, no one around him. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively, they look great.
The drive by James. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Gasol no good. Portland leading. Gasol with the steal. Wall wide open. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge.
You know, he's so confident, sometimes to a fault, and that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, that's self-inflicted damage right there. There are a lot better options than what he took.
And that one's good.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well. You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Lowry passes to Wall. Lowry dishes to Gasol. Nails the baby hook. Gasol's got his second basket of the game.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
Matthews, no one around him. And he's good on the 3-ball. Matthews has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Trailblazers. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And here we go with Damian Lillard. Another 3 for Matthews. Matthews has got 11.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
Wall. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will avoid the basket there.
Almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Al Horford is checked in for Gasol. Millsap comes in for Anthony. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for James. And it's Teagan for John Wall. And Afflalo wide open, he shoots. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. Afflalo's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Korver. Good.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
And Afflalo kicks to Aldridge. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trail Blazers retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Leonard comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Wright in for Wesley Matthews.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Wright outside. Takes the three. They get it again. Now Millsap. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And there it is again. That's where their points have been coming today, from the low post.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
The three from Afflalo. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Teague for three. Horford the pass to Butler. Teague for three. Here's Millsap. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. This is his first free throw of the game. That one is off.
Paul Millsap. 2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up. 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into very serious foul trouble early in this game.
Portland shooting their first free throws of the game. And he makes the first. Blake hits them both. Outside Teague. Butler on the wing. Lets it go from deep. And there's the feed to Korver. Shoots the three. What a play. Simply drains it in at the butt. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. East All-Stars lead by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, what's your take so far and what the East All-Stars are doing?
I was impressed with their transition game, guys. They really got out and ran the lanes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, no better way to get easy buckets than through fast breaks.
Jimmy Butler is out there with Anthony. Then there's Chris Bosh. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Wall in a shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. Fires the 3. And that one's good. Walls got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the East All-Stars. Batum with the ball. Butler covering. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And good on the basket. Hook it. And it's a 6-point East All-Star lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yep, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Gentlemen, we all know the mid-range jumper is a lost art, but not for LaMarcus Aldridge. As he said, I've always had that shot. That's my game. Most teams like to give up mid-range shots, so if I specialize in that shot, then why not shoot it? And Coach Terry Stotts agreed, saying, if you're open and it's your shot, it's a good shot. Kevin, back to you.
He makes the percentages work in his favor, Doris. Thank you. Trailblazers trail by 8. Really left alone that time. 9 points for Arron Afflalo.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Al Horford is checked in for the East. James comes in for Jimmy Butler. And then for the Trailblazers, Robin Lopez is checked in for Myers Leonard. Aldridge comes in for Darrell Wright. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Arron Afflalo.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's LeBron. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. LeBron's got his second bucket of the game to go. Lillard dishes to Batum. And the call will be against Robin Lopez. That'll be his second foul of the game. And here we go with John Wall. He's got 5. Horford in the post. Lopez is there. And here's Anthony from the arc. That's good. And now it's a 10-point East All-Star lead. Lillard attacking. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. That's good. Matthews has got 13. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Here's James. And Lopez with the block. Three-pointer, Lillard. And James pulls it down. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. And he gets it to go. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for the East All-Stars. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Gasol's checked in. And here's Portland. Lillard attacking. Batum wide open. He fires. And the 3 off target.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And Matthews throws it down.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
LeBron kicks to Horford. Lopez with the steal. Matthews passes to Aldridge. Puts it up from 12. Outside for Batum. And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And some changes here for the East. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Wall. And it's Teague in for Irving. Steve Blake's checked in for Portland. Teague can't hit. Trailblazers trail by 8. Blake kicks to Batum. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. Batum's got 5 points in the quarter.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the East All-Stars.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Paul Millsap's checked in for the East. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Kamen's checked in. That's tipped.
Boy, stingy defense there, denying that pass.
And that one's good. James.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
And Matthews gets it to go.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
And Aldridge comes over to help. Kicks it out to James. Great look, but off the mark.
Tell you what, we haven't seen them be as aggressive driving the lane and drawing fouls in this quarter, but so far it hasn't cost them on the scoreboard.
And I think part of the reason it hasn't cost them is they went at them hard in the first quarter, and now they're picking them apart a little bit from the outside. I don't think they can get too comfortable out there, though, or the lead could start to dissipate.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Nice hops and determination that time. Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
Here's Blake. Kicks to Matthews. 1 second left. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. East All-Star. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. One of the stories here, Wesley Matthews getting it done today.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. Aldridge and Lopez are down low. And it's Batum in the small forward position. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, Terry Stotts led the Blazers to the second round last season, and he's now in his 3rd year with the team. He spent a couple of seasons as head coach in Atlanta and Milwaukee, but this is his longest stint and the best talent he's ever had. As Stotts said, you never know if you're going to get another chance. Guys, he's certainly making the most of it.
Doing a great job. Thanks, Doris. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That'll be his second foul of the game. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though. They've been getting way too many high percentage looks close to the basket, and tell you what, when they're getting them, they're converting.
You know, the play in the paint, an aspect of this game that has gone entirely their way.
Gasol with the steal. Here's Wall. Lowry dishes to Gasol. Here's Anthony. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That is his first foul of the game.
Get ready to go. East All-Star dance time.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Matthews, no one around him. Portland again missing.
In the first half, they had some success from the arc. That isn't the case here. They're down and trying to get it all back in one fell swoop. That's not the right strategy. Chip away at it.
Now Lillard after the missed 3 by Carmelo. Lopez passes to Aldridge. That's good. Aldridge has got his second bucket.
Beautiful dish down low.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Lowry drives in with the shot. Arm's length from the hoop. He knocks it down. Lowry's got 8 points.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And Lopez throws it down. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Matthews, no good.
And are they ever working inside? Good job on the glass.
Excellent job on the glass, Steve. I agree. I mean, they're battling in there. They're fighting, they're scrapping, they're clawing, and they're getting the job done. We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Lopez kicks to Aldridge. And he banks in the layup. Aldridge has got 4 this quarter.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations. If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out. Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Here's Lowry. Anthony with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Shot's good by Anthony.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Lillard attacking. A shot by Batum, no good. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Lillard with the block. .157 left in the third quarter of the game. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his 3rd foul of the game. New players in now for the East. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Chris Kaman has checked in for Lopez. Leonard comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Wesley Matthews. And here are the East All-Stars now after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. The kick outside to Butler. Just 4 to shoot. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Aflalo. And the call will be against Steve Blake. That's his first foul. Right, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. 54 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Blake. Feeds to Kaman. And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Teague. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
Here's Horford. And he gets it to go. Horford's got his first bucket in this one.
That's really the area where they'd like all of their shots to come from.
There's the bucket. Good.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. East All-Stars lead by 3. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And here's Irving. Chris Bosh is out there with Horford. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Irving at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
And now running it up the court, Blake pushing it all the way. A nice shot by Aldridge.
That's a big basket there. You can expect him to be very involved and aggressive the rest of the way.
Irving drives in. And there's the pass to Horford. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show. And the defense can become vulnerable in the low block.
Count that one.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
And the East All-Stars call time here. A big group substitution here for the East. Anthony's checked in for Horford. James comes in for Butler. John Wall's checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Lowry in for Irving. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robin Lopez is checked in for Kaman. Batum comes in for Darrell Wright. Wesley Matthews checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Steve Blake. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He told them, the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Lillard dishes to Batum. Tries again. And there's the call on James. Pau Gasol is checked in for the East. Lillard, the pass to Matthews. He kicks it to Batum. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer, Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him. What determination. There was a lot of competition for that rebound, and he came away with it.
Pass to Matthews. From past the arc. Here's LeBron. Oh!
Look out!
Wow!
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
They've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit.
That's his first personal foul.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Gasol kicks to Lowry. James dishes to Carmelo. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 16 points for Carmelo Anthony.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Lillard from outside. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Lowry.
Very poor shot selection there, guys.
Gasol passes to Carmelo. From deep three-point range. Outside for Lowry. Shot clock at 5. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Batum's got 3 rebounds now in this one. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Looked like the defense was totally scattered on that fast break. Nice job taking advantage there with the wide open 3.
Matthews, no one around him. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Nice numbers from Lowry. He's got 13 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
Well, you can't discount what that's meant to this team. I mean, he's helped their cause with his passing, and it's really given his team a nice groove.
That one misses. Trailblazers trailed by 11.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, and that's an understatement.
And here are the Trailblazers. Batum for 3. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Steve enjoys that too.
Yeah, that's the best part of the game. I mean, a 5-man team game where the ball moves. There's so much unselfish play. It's beautiful to watch.
And he gets it back to stop the run. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down to 8 on the bucket from Lillard.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
A shot by Lowry, no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. The defense stood tall there.
And here's Matthews for the 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And he continues to shoot well after that blazing first half.
Pass to Anthony. Takes it from 10. And he gets it to go. Anthony's got 10 points here in the second half. Trailblazers trailed by 7. Again, the miss by Lillard. Anthony kicks to James. That's tipped.
And the clock is their worst enemy right now.
Yeah, they've got to work very quickly here, Steve.
We're going the other way. There's 42 seconds left in the game. Outside, Wall.
Take a look at what John Wall's done. He's got 10 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
First free throw is good, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
The dive for the ball. And it's going to go the other way. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Anthony with it. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
Sure can, because they've earned the win.
Good.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Way to play the boards and come away with the offensive rebound.
The shot's good on the assist by Lowe.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony. Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. You'll see the West All-Stars and the East All-Stars. And here are the East All-Stars now. Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Steph Curry's out there with Harden. And it's Durant. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Aldridge in at the power forward. Going by Durant. All alone. On the wing, James. Outside Anthony. Lets it go from deep. And here we go. Harden hits.
Look out.
Watch out now.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
And the shot is good.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Curry kicks to Durant. to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Inside to Gasol. Uncovered. Lowry dishes to Gasol. And here's Anthony for three. No luck. Nice D from Cousins. And here's Harden for three. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Harden's got himself on the board with three there.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
LeBron against Durant. Here's James. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Well, out of the break, guys, he's managed to turn it over twice now, and that doesn't bode well for the rest of the quarter if he doesn't shake out of it and tighten things up.
Curry wide open, and it's off from three-point range. Lowry with the ball, guarded now by Durant. Gasol. And the rejection by Harden.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
Pass to Aldridge. Back to Harden. Offensive rebound. Outside Curry. Sinks the triple. Curry's got himself on the board with three there.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Back to Lowry. Drops in the layup for two. Lowry's got five now.
Now some weak defensive coverage there, and I'm pretty sure they didn't plan on starting this game out like that, giving such easy access to the rim.
That's good.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Harden has a wide open look. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. And it's 6 points for James Harden. Anthony kicks to Lowry. Out to Anthony. Over to the wing. Here's Wall. 4 on the clock. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper. Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for the West. Lillard comes in for Steph Curry. The East All-Stars shooting their first free throw of the game here. Lillard attacking. Outside for Durant. It's hauled in by LeBron.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Lillard. And he goes in for the dunk.
Boy, the kind of moment you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Well, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this league.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
Outside, Wall. Pass to Gasol. James outside. From deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki.
Boy, that was way behind the line. Now, he can make that at times.
He certainly is one of the guys that can actually do it from there.
The drive by Lowry. Good work defensively by Lillard.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there. Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
New players in now for the East. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Marc Gasol's checked in for Aldridge.
Oh, ridiculous.
What a move.
Tore it down that time.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Gasol with the steal.
Boy, this has been a bumpy start for them, to say the least, in this quarter.
Yeah, no doubt. That's 4 turnovers for them. And we've barely gotten started here.
Westbrook kicks to Thompson. The offensive rebound.
And very quickly here in the first quarter, pronounced advantage for them on the glass.
Yeah, that's a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Shot to stop the run. And they're able to recover. Three-pointer, Butler. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
Simply need to just stay the course, Kevin. That's it.
It's been a good course so far.
Yep.
Lillard, the pass to Gasol. Back to Lillard. Unloads from 13. And he gets it to go. Lillard's got 7 points. T dishes to Butler. Pass to Korver. With 4 seconds on the clock, he lays it in.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Three-pointer, Lillard. And as the first quarter... Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. Looking here, guys, at what we've seen so far from the West All-Stars. What do you think?
And I'm just so impressed with the long-range shooting. They have really lit it up from outside.
Yeah, the sharp shooting from deep, a big part of their lead, and they're playing with confidence and shooting it well.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the East All-Stars, they've got Jimmy Butler. Horford is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Teague, and it's the 1.
And the offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Chris Bosh has checked in for Horford. And Irving subbed in for Jeff Teague. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Thompson's got himself on the board with 3 there. Thompson right side. A fader. Picked him clean. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the East. Anthony's checked in for Millsap. James comes in for Butler. And John Wall subbed in for Kyle Korver. The West All-Stars also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Gasol. Harden comes in for Klay Thompson. And Steph Curry subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And the wide-open shot from Paul. No good. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. LeBron kicks to Bosh. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
And there's the call on James. That's his first foul.
You know, an interesting study came out recently that argued that steals are really undervalued, not just because they create high percentage scoring opportunities at the other end, but also there just aren't that many players who really excel in that area.
East All-Star Dance Pack.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in.
For your East All-Stars Dance Team.
Irving passes to Bosch. The kick out to Wall. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
Anthony dishes to Bosch. Good on the shot.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
East All-Star Dance Pack.
We've seen them on the half-court offense.
Yeah, they seem to be disorganized to me, guys. I mean, out of sync, no rhythm or flow.
Yeah,
Steve, you're nodding your head. You agree?
Yeah, totally. When you don't get out on the break, Kevin, all of a sudden the game slows down, and if you don't get ball movement, player movement, and find that half-court rhythm and pace, you're in some trouble.
Excellent anticipation there. He was laying in the cut, we say. Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
That's the way you creep back into a game. Get those key stops, push it down the floor with your transition game.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah. In fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
LeBron against Curry. From outside the arc. Good. Curry's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the West All-Stars.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Irving attacking. Kicks it to Bosch. Feeds to James. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that. They're shooting just over 50% on their three-point attempts. That's excellent. Each one they make is a tiny little dagger in the heart of the defense.
Here's LeBron. It's rebounded by the West. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Curry wide open. Drills it from outside. Curry's got 11 points in the quarter.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Irving drives in. Duncan with the block. Down low. And stolen by James. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got 6 points.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
And he gets it to go.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
And here's the West with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And you hear the crowd kind of murmuring. I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
New players in now for the East. Westbrook kicks to Thompson. And a miss there on the triple. Now Millsap. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Dishes it to Butler. And the layup's good off the glass.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Three-pointer, Lillard. East grabs the miss. And Butler, here we go. Into Horford. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
Lillard outside. Lets it go with the 3. The shot is off. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. West All-Stars out in front, up 19. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Boy, you wonder how long he can continue to shoot the 3-ball as well as he has to this point. He's been lights out.
Steve, you know that as well as anyone being the shooter you were. Sometimes you have those nights where the bucket looks 3 feet wide.
On the floor for the West All-Stars, Durant is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Harden in the shooting guard. The East All-Stars on offense. 19-point game. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
James, the pass to Gasol. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
On its way from Curry for 2. That's good on the jump shot. Curry's got 22 points. Lowry dishes to Carmelo. Good work defensively by Harden.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here are the East All-Stars. They trail by 18. To the left side wing. Got a piece of it. Off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. LeBron kicks to Wall. Out to Anthony.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Again, the miss by Anthony.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Fires for 3. Outside for Lowry. It's Anthony with the drive. Shoots over Curry. Here's Gasol. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
They are so productive in the low post right now. 8 straight points have come inside the paint.
That's bully ball they're playing there.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
Boy, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. He may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan and picked now as the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
Outside Aldridge. Beyond the arc. The shot will not go. Anthony with the defensive effort.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the 3 as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
Well, then they picked the right guy to put on it.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Nailed from three-point land.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Inside to Gasol. Outside for Lowry. Fires the three. And that one's good. Lowry's got 11 points.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked like that. What a throw down there, man. You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Agreed.
Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game. And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. I mean, they have to get a hand in his face.
Anthony with it. Guarded now by Durant. They get it back. Outside for Lowry. Again, the miss by Lowry. Now Curry. 25 points in the game. The dish to Cousins. Into LaMarcus Aldridge. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two. Aldridge has got his first 2 points.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
And he gets the bucket. Cousins with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Curry's shot is off. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
He is to avoid mistakes and make each possession count.
Yeah, and I think the tendency can be to really rush or push the game a little bit. I think they need to avoid that.
Chris Bosh is checked in for the East. Kyrie Irving comes in for John Wall. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for the West. Paul comes in for Curry. And here is Paul. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Duncan throws it down.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for Gasol. Butler comes in for Anthony. And it's Korver in for Kyle Lowry. Then for the West All-Stars, Marc Gasol's checked in for Aldridge. Klay Thompson comes in for Kevin Durant. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for James Harden. Korver, no luck.
And the rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but when they've needed them, they've gotten them. They've really battled hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing.
Here's Millsap looking for his first basket still in this one. The kick outside to Butler. Here's Korver on the mark with the 15-footer.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
The drive by Paul. It's tipped. And here they come. Here's Millsap. It's rebounded by the West.
Yeah, he's surprised he didn't make that one because he had a pretty clean look at the hoop.
And it's Westbrook missing. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Not time to panic yet, guys.
Steve?
Well, it will be soon if they don't cut into this lead quickly.
Korver kicks to Irving. Off target with his three. On offense, here are the West All-Stars. And that one ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Lillard's checked in for the West. It's stolen by Duncan. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Curving passes to Butler. Inside to Bosch. Soft touch off the glass. Bosch has got 6.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Thompson misses.
Yeah, that's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little better. Make the pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot.
And it's Westbrook missing. Here's Butler. Korver dishes to Bosch. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Lillard again serving. And Lillard kicks to Thompson. Good on the triple. Thompson's got 6. They've got Lowry. Pau Gasol is out there with Horford. And it's LeBron James. And it's Wall in the 2-guard spot. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. Horford the pass to Lowry.
21 seconds of the shot.
And here's the West with the ball. 13-point lead. Lillard dishes to Cousins. And the call will be against Al Horford. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. James Harden, he's checked in for Lillard. Harden kicks to Nowitzki. Great D that time from James.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. LeBron drives in. Inside. Lowry. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 13 points for Kyle Lowry.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Here's Durant. Oh, what a play!
Oh, look at that.
That is a
Bringing down the house. Give him his badge as a charter member of the High Flyer Club.
I think he's president of that club.
Oh, man. Do they have a vote for that, guys?
LeBron with it. Guarded now by Durant. Back to LeBron. Goes back up. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Gasol. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The East making a switch. Anthony's checked in. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for the West.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the 3 as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
Well, then they picked the right guy to put on it.
And the jam by Harden.
Pretty devastating, actually, to turn the ball over like that and surrender 2 more points.
Not the time to make mistakes, that's for sure. You know, it's not an impossible comeback right now, but that just made it that much harder.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He told his players, turnovers are killing us right now. We can't keep trying to make the home run play. Settle down, run the offense, and make the simple pass. Kevin, sounds easy enough.
Nice numbers for Lowry. 13 points. And he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
The three from LeBron. Cousins pulls it in.
Very poor shot selection there, guys.
And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Durant. 21 points for James Harden.
And those are not the kind of three-point opportunities you can give to shooters in the NBA. These guys are just too good.
You're exactly right. It'll burn you every time, just like it's burning them here.
Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
Lowry drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Harden's shot is good.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Here's Durant. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Durant's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
And here's James outside.
He slipped into quite a funk here, Clark.
I think that's a good word to describe it. I mean, the basket is looking awfully small to him at the moment.
Good.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
And Lowry gets it to go.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Harden has a wide open look. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
That's good.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Offensive rebound. Durant. Missed inside.
Tough D on the inside.
Put up a roadblock, a construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. And so here are the West All-Stars. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. It's Durant with the drive. And that one's good. Durant's got 11 points in the quarter.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
James kicks to Lowry. West All-Stars with the rebound. Cousins has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the West All-Stars.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
You look at the stats, and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for James Harden. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything, really, to stop him.
Durant for 3. Shot no good.
Seems like he's got every single rebound today.
Glass eating at its finest. I mean, you're not going to see a guy with 20-plus boards too often. That's an impressive number.
Defense didn't give him any space there.
And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slamming.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
Well, that's part of what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Launches a 3. Durant with another miss. Now here's Gasol.
And nothing you can do to salvage this one at this point. Game over.
Not anymore. Any chance they had is gone.
He was all alone on that one. 16 seconds left in the game. Here's Durant. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That's good from Durant. The East making a switch. He's off on the second. And here is Gasol. From deep. And Lowry hits again from deep. Lowry's got 31 points. Durant for 3. Missed. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
Yo, I go by the name of Pharrell from the Neptunes, and I just want to let y'all know
I'm your pusher.
the world is about to feel something that they never felt before. Come on.
From ghetto to ghetto, the backyard to yard, I sell it whip on whip. It's off the hard. I'm the neighborhood pusher. Call me subwoofer, cause I pump bass like that jack. On or off the track, I'm heavy cuz ball to your fall and shoot the duck to the Fetty Gov. Sorry my love, but
Hey guys, on this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, I'll be showing you my favorite moments from NBA All-Star, chatting with James Harden about his player badges, and also giving you guys a sneak peek of Old Town's new park. So click on this button below to start the show.
baker's man. I bake them cakes as fast as I can, and you can tell by how my bread stack up. Then disguise it as rap so the feds back up. Watch it like my whip, like my chick.
On this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, I'll be showing you my favorite moments from NBA All-Star, chatting with James Harden about his player badges, and also giving you guys a sneak peek of Old Town's new park. So click on this button below to start the show.
The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports and the NBA